Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. In this video we're going to go over some issues people had with my last video kind of installing, a Minecraft server. Many of the problems, so some of the things we're going to go over are custom seeds. The biggest one would be the older game version having invocation or not exception invocation errors, and we're going to go ahead and fix that. We're also going to go over uploading custom worlds and using the screen command. So starting off with the older game versions, this is explained by Debian does not like Java 8. I believe that according to what I've read, Java 8 is no longer working on Debian 8 due to security issues, but there is a workaround for that, and we're going to go ahead and do this actually right now. So the commands are in the description. The first command is a repository. So this is just one of the first commands before we do the repository. We run that command. I actually don't know what it does. I just know that it works, to be honest. But this is the repository command. Doesn't seem to want to copy over. There we go. This is actually not going to run for you. You're going to have to install some extra software, and that is also in the description. And it is this software. It is software-properties-common. You can go ahead and install that. Obviously, I already have it installed, so after you install that package, you're going to want to run the repository command and add this repository. After that, you can go ahead and actually download Java, Java 8 specifically, which is the one that many people had issues with. And so you can go ahead and run that. And obviously on this system it is already installed, but let's just test it out. So let's create a Minecraft directory, and let's bring in a server jar. Let's do 1.12. See, this is 1.12.2. I don't want that. I just want to copy the link address and bring it straight over into here. All right. And actually, before we actually try and run the command, we can actually check our Java version, and you can notice that it is running at 1.8. Now, let's start up the server. Okay. Let's start up the server, run the commands. So this machine only has a limited amount of memory, so I'm not going to do too much. Oops. And we'll do server.jar. And it runs without any issue. As you can see, now it wants us to do the EULA. I'll do it just to prove my point. Nope. Case sensitive. All right. And it's going to go ahead and start up like normal. Blah, blah, blah. We don't really care. We just want to go on to the next issue people are having. Stop server. Okay. Saving. Okay. The next issue people are having is the screen command, and I'm going to quickly go over that as well. First, let me download screen because I don't know if it's installed. Oh, okay, it is. So we can go ahead, actually, the command you use to run the server, which is this command right here. I'm going to go ahead and put screen at the very beginning of that, and just press enter. And that's going to go ahead and run in a separate, layer. And to actually exit out of this, you do Shift AD. Oh, my bad. It's Control AD, not Shift AD. And you can see it detached from the screen. So we can actually resume this by doing screen-R, and we're back in. So Control AD, and going back in. And what we can do is that we can actually exit out of this window perfectly fine. And if we close out of it and go back in, if we do screen -r, you'll notice that it doesn't actually bring us back in, and that is because the previous window we had open is technically still attached to the actual window. So however that works, it's still attached. And the way we can detach it and resume it at the same time is by running the screen -r command to find the ID of it. This is the ID, the little number in the beginning. And you do screen -r, which is resume, and I believe this means detach. But anyways, this command will bring you back into it right there. Preferably after you before closing out of this window, it's probably best to do Control-AD to exit and detach, and then close out of this window, so you don't have to do this every single time you want to log back into the server. But yeah, hopefully that helps everyone with their screen issues. All right, so this next one I'm going to show you how to upload a world. So, for example, you could want to upload a Skyblock world you downloaded from the internet, or let's say you had a really old world that was a really old, long time ago from your childhood, and you want to upload that. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do a Skyblock, but this will work for anything, really anything. So I'm actually going to stop the server, and if you look in the directory, you will notice that there's a world folder here, and what we want to do is get rid of that. So goodbye. Now we need to upload our own. So first, and again, I'm going to show you how to do this. If you had a world folder on your local machine, I'm also going to show you how to do that as well. So let's just download this, and if you wanted to, you could right click this and do copy link address, but there's no way to do that if it's on your local machine. So using this, I actually had it down, but okay. Now, if we can use this website, which is pretty useful for uploading stuff, this will give you a direct link, so you can upload from your local machine. You can upload your own zip file of your world. So right click, copy link address, and you're going to go ahead and bring that up into here, and get it. Now, notice, if I open this, it's going to bring up a folder. Okay. If you just open this right here, and you had all of these files in here, that is basically going to extract to your Minecraft directory here. You do not want these files in your Minecraft directory here. It will not work. Okay, it will not work. You need to have a folder that houses these files. Okay, you don't want to have a zip file that just has these files. For example, let's say I just put this here. Okay, and I want to zip it. Okay, if I upload this, this is not going to work. Okay, this will not work unless you created a world. So let's say I did this, and then I went to the world, and then I uploaded all this stuff right here, this exact downloads thing, and then I unzip it, then it will work. But for video purposes, we are just gonna do, this one, which houses everything in here. So let me just get rid of all these windows. Copy this, get it, and there we go. You can see that it has a weird name. That usually does that with this provider. So you're just going to go ahead and copy this and rename it. Get rid of all this junk at the end and just rename it to what it actually is. You notice how it adds on this stuff here. Just delete that and rename it to its regular file, or else you won't be able to unzip it. Anyways, you can unzip this, which it's called skyblock_3.07.zip. And it's going to, so you see all these files here. See all these? Notice if we looked into the directory, it did not, let me just delete this file. And this file, oh, that's a folder. We will delete that in a second. cleaned up now. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, this is a folder now. Okay, the reason it's in quotation is because there's a space right here, and we're just going to rename this because we want this to be a world folder and not this. If you just run it like this, it's not going to detect this as a world folder. So we'll just go ahead and rename this. Instead of writing it out, you can copy. Make sure these are in quotations because of this space in there. And just rename this to world. Oh, maybe I can just do this. Good. And you can see that it is now a world folder. So let's go into the world folder. And you notice that it's all of these files. Okay. Good. Now we can start up a server. I can find the command. There we go. Good. Didn't have to prepare spawn because it was already prepared. Or generate, rather. It didn't have to generate it because we inputted our own. Good. So that is how you upload your own world folder. And I'm also going to walk you through how to do it. Let's say it's on a local machine. So this is what it's going to typically look like on your machine. Especially, this is a newer version, of course. That Skyblock version didn't have a lot of data into it, but this is what you're going to probably see for more newer versions of Minecraft. So let's do exactly what I just told you not to do and zip up all of these files here just without zipping up a directory. And you can do this. Just make sure you are unzipping this inside the worlds folder on your virtual machine. Yes, that's the right one. And let's remove, create our new one. Good, nothing's in here, perfect. And basically that and rename. Good. And now we can, oh, actually, let's delete all the other, oh no, it's good, okay. Unzip it. Good. And now you'll notice that all of these files are directly put inside here. Okay. Good. Now let's just get rid of this. Good. So now that's done. Perfect. So that's how you do it from your local machine. And that's also how you do it from the internet. So there's also another point where people wanted seeds, and I can also go over that too. So if you're inputting a new seed, you're going to want to obviously delete the world. So fire up your favorite text editor in Linux. I personally like Vi. And you'll notice down, where's it at? Level seed, here we go. You can put anything you want. So let's say I just put a whole bunch of A's and D and E and 887561. And just save it and run the server. If I can find it. There we go. And now it is operating off of that seed. It's generating the new server. Perfect. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Yeah, that should solve a lot of people's issues with certain things. So in this video, we covered the screen issue. We covered the invocation error, not exception error that people got when trying to run older versions of Minecraft on Java 12. And we've solved that by installing Java 8. And we also went over uploading custom worlds and inputting custom seeds so you can run your own seeds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.